Today we're looking at the movie Below Zero, a movie that is not only trending at the time I'm recording this, but I believe it actually hit #1 on Netflix's top 10 trending in the United States. And I gotta say, I don't think I've ever managed to pick a movie that managed to rise from like newly released to #1 in the country. I think that has got to be a personal best for me. And if I've done it before, it's news to me, but I've definitely covered some movies that found their way into the top 10 and possibly even top 5, but I think this is the first time I just picked something completely at random and then like days later it suddenly hit #1 on the trending list, and wow. Below Zero is the story of a prison guard who is put in charge of transferring inmates from one prison to another. He and his convoy, however, encounter some difficulty. Specifically, an individual who wants one of the inmates he's transferring, and he will do anything, including blowing up the truck if necessary, in order to get that inmate. It's up to the prison guard to make sure that his inmates stay intact, stay in one piece, stay alive, and do something about this guy who's trying to break into the convoy and get that inmate. All the while, he's basically surrounded by people who don't like him and don't care and would probably kill him themselves if they could. And if he can't get past the people he's surrounded by, if he can't get past the guy trying to kill him, then he's still got to contend with the fact that it's, well, below zero. There is a serious blizzard going on, and visibility isn't exactly at a high between the fact of the blizzard and the fact that it's midnight. And just, there is really, like, everything is against you. Everything that could be against you is against you in this scenario. I'll admit, when I saw the trailer for this movie and when I read the description, I was kind of under the impression this might be a horror movie, or at least kind of like in the same way that an Eli Roth movie is a horror movie, where it's not really scary so much as it is gory and stupid, but it does have its moments, but for the most part, it is not that. It is a pretty standard suspense thriller. It is all about the intensity. I'm not gonna lie, this movie isn't really what I'd call the most innovative thing I've ever seen. Like, maybe the concept of transferring prisoners is probably the most innovative thing it does, but in the long run, I feel like this has some pretty standard tropes. I feel like I've seen movies like this before. But this movie at the same time does enough to hold my attention from start to finish, so I don't feel like it's a total ripoff or anything. I will admit, when the guy who's hounding the prison convoy so he can get that inmate he wants for revenge, when he finally confronts the prison guard and basically tells the prison guard why he's doing what he's doing, and then the prison guard told him that ain't how justice works, I do admit I was kind of on the verge of face-palming, because we're getting another one of these movies, you know, this whole killing him isn't gonna bring your daughter back kind of message about the death penalty being bad, etc., etc. I am so sick of hearing those arguments, frankly, but that's about as political as I am going to get on this video, and I've probably already overshared in that regard. Thankfully, though, it never really felt like the movie was preaching to me, and just when I thought that we were going to be going this route of the guy who's so thirsty for revenge that he let his vengeance blind him and he's not even after the right guy. Yeah, he's after the right guy. Don't even trip. In the long run, the one thing I can say about this movie is it is totally, undisputedly, unequivocally, without a shadow of a doubt, okay. As I said earlier, it didn't really light my world on fire, despite the fact that some things literally did get lit on fire. But I never really felt compelled to turn away from the movie. I genuinely wanted to see if the bad guy got the target he was after. I wanted to see if the prison guard survived. I wanted to see how things played out, and for the most part, I was satisfied with the results. That being said, I'm probably not going to watch this movie more than once. Again, it's not terrible or even bad, but if I'm being entirely honest, it didn't really inspire a whole lot of, oh my god, I gotta watch this movie again kind of feelings when I got done with it. I didn't really feel like, oh thank god it's finally over, but I was glad to have the time I had with the movie, and I'm glad it didn't go the direction I thought it was gonna go, but at the same time, I think you could probably do just a bit better. Overall, give it a watch. It's okay. 2 hats out of 4. And that's going to do it for this week's Hatflix and Chill. Be sure to come back next week when I have another video review for your viewing pleasure. In the meantime, like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell to show you mean it, and follow me on Twitter at TommyTealHat for more Tommy Teal Hat flavored goodness. Until next time.